why you didn't go back to Jamaica. For some reason, this shocks a lot of people. And listen, on a Jamaican, don't come for me, okay? Well, going, beautiful people. All right, so I get asked a lot, why did we choose Thailand? In general, why Southeast Asia? The better question is, you guys, why not? Now, as a Jamaican born woman, right, who born and raised, by the way, and who eventually became an American citizen, I was craving peace, number one. And I'm well aware, as someone who is a follower of Jesus Christ, I do believe that God gives us peace that surpasses all understanding, right? I'm well aware of that. However, I will say it is so much harder in a more chaotic environment, right? When that's basically what you are around a lot of times, right? Your household may be peaceful because you have the joy of the Lord and everything, but it's like as soon as you step out, someone is enraged for the simplest thing, or someone is mad because of like everything that's going on, all the things. Anyway, but I was craving peace. I was craving a more affordable living for my family, and we are on a FIRE journey. For those of you who don't know what that means, FIRE stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. So I am very aware that there will come a point in my life where we will eventually have to retire, right? We all get old, if God forbid, we get taken out before that. But I want to be well aware of that. I don't want to make the same mistakes as the people before me, right? I want to plan for that. And so when you are able to live significantly below your means, right, retiring early comes so much easier and faster. Another thing is, we wanted a place that truly values family and community. I'm actually going to go do a further deep dive of about 10 solid reasons why we chose Thailand, right? So just bear with me, but just to set the tone a bit, right? We wanted somewhere that truly values family. Now, based on how like America was going, it's like people aren't valuing the family anymore, right? People aren't respecting children anymore, and environments aren't being created where children, young adults can truly thrive. So we wanted an environment that prioritizes that and that truly accommodates children and families. And we were able to find it here. Another thing is sense of community. We love how, family oriented and community driven this part of the world is, particularly Thailand. So those are some of the main reasons, right? But again, I'm going to do a deep dive. Also, I want to say this, by the way, it's hot. So if you see me sweating, y'all, that's because I'm in Bangkok, Thailand, and I'm outside, which was probably not a good idea, but I do like the aesthetics of outside. I do love being outside, and that's another reason why I chose Thailand, but we'll get into that in a bit, okay? Now, I do want to preface this. I do want to say that this video is not about convincing you or convincing anyone to move to Thailand or in general Southeast Asia. This video is just about sharing my passion, my joy, my journey to living here, right? Why we love living here, why we chose here, okay? So I'm just sharing with you guys my experience, because listen, I understand that not everybody is going to have the same experience. My experience may not be your experience. Let me make sure my mic is still working. And your experience may not be mine. So I'm just here to share that. However, in general, I do want to inspire you. If you are a woman, a mom, a parent, whosoever that is considering leaving, whether that's the U.S., the U.K., Canada, whether you deem it a better quality of life, or for whatever reason, based on the season that you are in, based on what you are craving, based on your family values, based on your family goals, I say do it, okay? Of course, that will take some planning, some prepping, but it is so doable. And by the way, real quick, since I'm saying that, If you are someone who is dreaming about or thinking about moving abroad, but you don't know the first step to take, or you don't know how you can really make that dream become a reality, I created I created an in-depth move abroad guide that will help you plan your move abroad to the T, all the logistics and all the things that you need to know about me moving abroad. Okay, you can grab that in the description below. And the investment is literally maybe a coffee and a bagel. Okay, so it's nothing much, but it's gonna help you save money. A lot of times people make mistakes that cost them a lot of money. So this is gonna help you save tons of money, okay, and get you living your dream life abroad so much faster. Okay, so I had to throw that in there. Now, another reason we chose Thailand is just the distance from the U.S. You guys, we wanted to be as far away as possible. I'm not gonna lie, but also we wanted to be in an environment that is like very self-sufficient, right? That does not necessarily rely on a ton of like imported goods. Like this part of the world, Asia in general, in Thailand, they're very self-sufficient. They don't have to necessarily import a lot of things. They do import some things from like Australia. Australia is not too far, but they don't have to. They don't have to. And so I love the self sufficiency of Thailand. That was a huge thing for us. We were like, listen, if something would have happened, like a blackout or something like that, I love that we can just go to like local markets and stuff like that and not necessarily be dependent on fancy grocery stores, even though we can get that too. Okay. Number four is the affordability. Okay, so self sufficiency was number three and local living. Okay. Number four is the affordability. Listen, let me tell y'all, you do not have to be rich, even though I believe in abundance. I believe in having an abundance. I believe that God created us to be abundant and all those things. But I'm just saying, you do not necessarily have to be rich or have $1,000,000 to feel like $1,000,000 or to feel rich in Thailand. And that's what I absolutely love about living there, from transportation to foods, local produce, to excursions, activities, oh my gosh, healthcare, all the things all around. You guys, most things here are so affordable, and that's what we love about living in Thailand. Let me just jump in here because I want to really share my heart with you guys. I don't want this to just be a surface video. So some of you guys know that I was born in Jamaica, right? And some people may be wondering, okay, why you didn't go back to Jamaica, right? Let me put some pot wine there because a lot of people always say, oh, you don't really sound like you're from Jamaica. I was born and raised in Jamaica, y'all. I went up to high school in Jamaica, okay? I spent my entire childhood in Jamaica, all right? Anyway, it's just that I think coming to the U.S., with moving to the U.S., I was mostly around like Americans. And so I spoke standard English, right? So that people could really understand me. And then eventually I wasn't really around family much. So I didn't talk a lot of patois. But anyway, that's beside the point. So someone being born in Jamaica, a lot of people ask me, why not go back to Jamaica? I think I have to really say that for another video, but I think I said that in another video. But there's a lot of different reasons why Jamaica isn't just not the right fit for our family right now, right? And also, one of the reasons being as well is that US dollar does not necessarily stretch that far in Jamaica, okay? Unfortunately, as it does like in this region. So that's one of the reasons. And based on my family's priorities, safety is one of them. And listen, when a Jamaican, don't come for me, okay? Please don't come for me when I'm talking about this whole safety thing. Please, I'm not going to get into that in this video. Okay, this is not what this video is about, but safety is one of my family's number one priority. And so Jamaica is just not the right fit right now. Listen, I'm not here to throw no stereotypes, nothing. I was born and raised in Jamaica, and that is all mega safe. That is all mega safe. I've had traumas. Anyway, not gonna go there. But so that's one of the reasons why maybe in our future life, I'm not gonna never say never, right? That's home, right? Maybe I'll invest there, real estate or something like that. That will always be home. I love the island. I love my Jamaican people. I love the beauty, right, of Jamaica. Again, that's home, right? But in this season of our lives, it's not the right fit. Okay, now that I've said that, let's move on to number five. Number five is healthcare. For some reason, this shocks a lot of people. You guys, The healthcare in Thailand is top tier. I don't think a lot of people realize that. Unless you actually go into the facilities, then you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay. The healthcare in Thailand is top tier. I'm not even gonna lie. Also, like in places like Malaysia too. But like I've gone through the healthcare system in the US, right? And when you compare it, it's literally night and day from the service, the quality of service that you get, the timing, right? To the cost. And also, yes, so major professions. So people who are like doctors, nurses, a lot of them speak English. They speak really good English, which is a bonus. They're not expected to. They don't have to. This is Thailand. They speak Thai. That's their language. So they don't have to speak English, but it is really a bonus that they do, right? Because they realize that they're serving international people, and so they made it a part of, I guess, their curriculum and stuff like that to know English as well. And you guys, the quality here is so amazing. Like I'll try to put some video overlay on this video, and definitely check out this video here somewhere here that I where I shared our experience with visiting the hospital with our baby boy here in Thailand compared to in the US. You guys definitely watch that video, especially if you're a parent thinking about moving to Thailand and healthcare is top on your list, like most people. Definitely check out that video, okay? But I'm here to tell you that if you thought that the US had the best healthcare system, think again, okay? Also, people talk about Canada, the healthcare system being free, but I've heard tons of stories from people who actually live in Canada, right? And they talk about the wait time. Like if you go there to be seen, because it's free and all the people are using the service and all of those things, there's going to be a wait time. So you can't have a kick and eat it too. You can't have like free and then you're having, super fast, top notch service. So, in Canada, even though the service is free, you're going to be waiting for hours. For me personally, I rather spend a few dollars to be seen on time, okay, in an hour or less or whichever, okay. But I don't want to have to spend all day at a facility, because it's free. But again, to each their own, okay, to each their own. But let me tell you, the healthcare system here is phenomenal. The people are so kind, so helpful. They know their stuff, they know what they're doing, and they actually take the time to truly understand what's happening, whether you're at the dental office, whether you're doing an MRI, whatever it is that you're doing, they take the time to make sure that they find what is actually wrong. So I love, love, love. And also, when we go to the hospitals here, it doesn't even feel like hospitals. They got coffee shops, 7-Elevens, cafes, stores. They have people playing piano. I mean, you don't even feel like you're at the hospital. Okay, so I love the healthcare service here. I'll probably do another video about birth for you moms who are probably thinking about growing your family, expanding your family. They have top-notch packages, and I am anti-hospital birth. I have to say I am pro home or just non-hospital birth. My son was not born in a hospital. We chose a more private setting. And so, but here, I'm not gonna lie, I may consider, uh, Lord's willing, for our future children. We'll see, because of the level of care. Oh my gosh, I can't even. I can go on and on about that, but we've already even looked at like packages for like their birthing packages, and already I've seen that for one particular hospital, their package is like, I think 4,000 USD for a natural birth or something like that. And you're getting photography, you're getting postpartum massage, you're getting some therapy treatment, it's like a whole spa treatment. You're getting meals for like 3 days or something like, y'all, you guys. Okay, but I'll probably save that for another video. Okay, that's the only reason why I may consider. And then here in Thailand, they don't really do like home births or birth center births like that. So we'll see. We'll see. It's either going to be here in Thailand or somewhere else. I won't make any promises on this video. Okay, another reason number 6. I don't want to stay out here too long because y'all, it's hot. Reason number 6 is safety. Is safety. Like I said, safety is our number one priority, as all the major companies out there like to say. But anyway, safety is our main priority, right? And we love how safe we feel here in Thailand. In these regions, a lot of people believe in karma, so they believe that if they do something to you, you know, it will come back to you. Listen, I know that crime, I do understand. People are going to say crime and all these things happen everywhere. Yes, it does. Crime and violence happens everywhere. However, if you look at the statistics, okay, we're looking at the statistics and we're basing things off how we feel, you know, what we're seeing, okay, what we know to be true, okay. And I will have to say that Thailand feels so safe, so safe, okay. You may have some, you know, pickpocketers, somebody may steal your bike or something. It depends, but you really, 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 rarely hear about things like that happening. Okay, so I love how safe that we feel as a family, a young family. Not necessarily us being young, which I would think that we're still young. We just turned 30, hubby and I, and we have a young baby, and we're, you know, now starting to grow our family. Safety is very, very important to us. So that's another reason why we chose Thailand. Number 7 is the family-friendly lifestyle. You guys, they truly value families here. From the malls that you'll go to the restaurants, they accommodate families and children. They keep children in mind, okay? Like when we go to certain malls, they will have like breastfeeding stalls. They'll have changing rooms separate from the woman's bathroom. Because let's be real, a child is not always only with their mom. A dad may be out with the child, right? What about the dads? Like, there's no, you know, like typically most times you don't really see a changing table in like the men's room, right? But here you have like separate changing rooms and like family bathrooms separate from the main bathrooms, and really nice, clean with like even the little tiny toilets, you guys. Okay, or the holders if there's a single parent or a single mom, you know, you trying to use the bathroom, the restroom, you can put your baby in the little holder thing. It's kind of like a high chair thing, and your baby can sit there safely while you utilize the restroom. So they think of everything. They have well thought out families, children, and all the things, and they truly care. Like, I love how the Thai people genuinely love seeing babies, love interacting with them. They care for them. They look out for them. You know, America has become this society where it's just like, oh, I don't want to have anything to do with that. Oh, that child is crying, acting crazy. What's wrong with their parent? Their parent can't control them. You know, stuff like that. But like here is like, they're like, oh, what's wrong with the baby? Like, you know, can we help? Or, you know, that type of response, you know. So it's just different. Like I said before, there's such a sense of community here, and that's one of the things that we love about here. Okay, let me move on. Number 8, transportation and lifestyle. We walk a lot more. Yesterday my husband showed me that he walked, I guess his phone app showed him that he walked 60 miles so far from me. I'm like, what are you doing? My husband will walk for days. Okay. So he loves walking to like the local like plazas and stuff. He loves walking. We walk to like our local markets. We'll take walks as a family. We'll go outside, interact with the locals, or baby boy. In our village, I love that there are babies and children somewhat my son's age. They're a little bit older, like months older or a couple of years, but they do like interact with him as well. And so sometimes in the evenings we're outside just walking, he's playing, he's running up and down. So we've been more active also because we've intentionally chose not to have a car right now, a vehicle. Maybe in the future, maybe if we're expecting again, or you know, close to that time or whatever, as our family gets bigger, maybe it will make sense. Maybe we won't be in Bangkok particularly, but maybe a different part of Thailand, I don't know, you know. But for now, you know, we chose not to have a vehicle because it's just, again, we can walk to markets, we can jump on a grab bike as a couple or a single person. We don't put our son on grab bikes. We're not comfortable in doing that. I don't think I'll ever do that anyway. Maybe when he's really big, I don't know. But as a family, we'll take like grab cars to go places, and it's just super easy. It's very affordable to get around. I mean, there's like the BTS trains, MRTs if you're going really far. There are like big buses if you want to go from one part of Thailand, for example, Bangkok. You can take a $7 bus to Hua Hin, which is something that we're considering doing soon as well. $7 per person, you guys. AC bus, and that's like a 3 hour ride. Okay, so transportation is a thing here. It's very affordable. It's very easy. So we love, 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 love that about Southeast Asia. We don't have to worry about the extra vehicle and rental payments if we're renting it, or car insurance, stuff like that. Again, maybe in the future, I never say never, but just right now we don't need it. And so we have been walking a lot more. Number 9, you guys, weather and island girl connection. You guys, like I said before, I was born and raised in Jamaica, okay? I'm used to the tropics. I'm used to tropical living. I'm used to the warm lifestyle. I'm used to plants growing in your yards, the mango trees, the lime trees. I'm used to that. That's what I grew up to see, okay? So to be in a place that just checks all the extra box, plus I get that, you guys, it's just a no-brainer. I mean, come on, it's a no-brainer, right? I'm getting all the extra things, plus I'm getting the tropics, right? So some of you guys know I live in the city of Bangkok, which is crazy because I'm not really a city person. You can't pay me to live in places like New York. That's the type of chaos I do not want to be around, okay? But like, Bangkok is kind of like an organized chaos, I guess I would say. I can kind of handle Bangkok, and then where we live, it's like secluded in a sense, so we don't even really feel like we're necessarily in the city of Bangkok, in our village. Even when we're outside, it's enclosed, it's private. Oh, I didn't mention that either. Where we live, you guys, we live in a private village community that's about 70% locals and about 30% expats. Hey guys, I'm not gonna tell no lie, I had to go inside and cool down for a bit. My thing was also overheating. But really quickly, yeah, the community that I live in is about 70% locals and 30% expats, and even the expats are pretty nice, I would say. But the locals, you guys, they make us feel like we are a part of the community. Like the elders, they interact with baby boy, they know him by name. We don't feel like strangers, and I absolutely love that. But that's beside the point. I think what I was saying is that we live in a private community gated village with security cameras, surveillance 24/7, 24/7 security guards posted right throughout the village. And it's a gated community as well. And they look out for us, you guys, okay? And so I absolutely love that, like I said, the sense of community. And I think even without the 24/7 security guards, it would still feel pretty safe. But yeah, anyway, I was talking about the weather and the island connection, you guys. It just feels like home. I have the best of both worlds, okay? Yes, I live in the city of Bangkok. I think I was saying that, and I lost my train of thought. But if I want the beach, I can get the beach. We can go to Hua Hin. We can fly to another island within Thailand still. Koh Samet, Rayong, Krabi, all these different islands. We can just drive to Hua Hin. There's Pattaya. I don't know if we'll really go back there, but we have such variety here. So that's what we love about living here as well. So yeah, the weather, I love walking through my village and just seeing like the dragon fruit. Like I've never seen a dragon fruit on a tree before my entire life until I came here. Dragon fruit tree, there's papaya trees. I grew up seeing like lime trees and mango trees, and we see it in our village here as well. So again, it just reminds me so much of home. So I'm getting like the best of both worlds. So again, it feels like we have a different version of like Jamaica per se, right? So in general, you guys, choosing Thailand was not just about an escape, like we just want a quick escape or a vacation. But choosing Thailand was more so about creating the life that we dreamed of. And here in Thailand, I feel so much calmer. My cortisol levels I feel less stressed. Oh, also hiring help is also way more affordable. Whether you want a cleaner, even if you're a single person, you don't really want to clean, you want to have a cleaner, you want some help around your house, the full clothes, whichever. And we have that now. Like we have that support to, whether that's laundry, helping us fold clothes, tidying up, cleaning up, helping out with baby boy. We have that support now, which feels so incredible. Because for the first full year, of my son's life, it was just literally me and, hubby tag teaming, which is fine, but a lot of times it would have been nice to just have that extra third hand. So we didn't not necessarily have that. So it's really nice to have that like additional support. Hubby and I want to go on like date nights, or if we want to do a quick brunch or whichever. Yeah, so that has been really nice and so much more affordable because I don't even have to get into what, childcare in the US costs, even though I am pro, I'll be honest, I am pro like stay at home and being home with babies, being home with kids, but I know that it's not necessarily maybe an ideal situation for everyone, right? But I always preferred that, and that's what I wanted, even in the U.S. And so when I was even looking at having somebody come in for us, I'm just like, cost just does not make sense, right? And then, not to mention what daycares cost, even though I already took that off the plate of things because I personally preferred not to put him in daycare. But even when you look at the cost of daycare, it's like a mortgage, it's like people's rent, which is ridiculous. That's why I'm saying that the system in the United States is not built to support families, just like regular families. Especially right now, the gap is becoming so much larger. So you're either like super rich, there's no really middle class anymore. But that again is for another video. And so if you look at even that cost, is like, are you really here for families who are just starting out? What about like the young families? All of those things. I believe that, families are a gift from God, babies are a gift from God, right? And I just feel like the system is just not built to really truly fully support families. Okay, so overall, in general, I love the support that we can get here, and it's way more affordable. So again, those are all the reasons why we chose Thailand. And again, I'm not here to convince you or anyone to move to Thailand, okay, or move to Southeast Asia. You do what's best for you. Maybe that's a country, in Latin America. Maybe that's a country within Europe, a country within Africa, wherever there are a lot of really safe and affordable high quality countries as well, within Africa that we're like kind of looking into as well. So do your research. And also my move abroad guide. In my move abroad guide, you will, if you're having a hard time choosing the right place for yourself, my move abroad guide would also help you with that. It will help you to choose your ideal destination and get you prepped and ready to move abroad and live your dream life, okay? To live a life of ease, okay? That better supports your family, better supports you and your goals, okay? And just watch your life transform. I think moving abroad, especially moving out of the US, can be so transformational. And I can't say enough how I feel transformed, like living here, the peace that I feel here. Like last week, you guys know that I flew to Bali, Indonesia, and I was able to do that, number one, because it's way more affordable to travel from Bangkok, Thailand to Bali, Indonesia versus the US to Bali, even though we've done that too. But it was way more affordable. And then we had extra support here with baby boy. And so, you guys, I can go on and on about my stress levels being down, my cortisol levels, all the levels. I'm eating fresher, vibrant foods. When I say fresh, I mean fresh, okay? Vibrant foods, healthier. I'm walking more. Listen, I'm in nature. I'm in nature right now, you guys. I'm in nature right now, just outside talking to y'all. And so those are some of the reasons why I absolutely love this. So you can create this life for yourself too. You can move abroad with your family, whether you have 1, 2, 3, 4 children. You can make this happen. There are people living abroad with 5 kids, 4 children, right? You can make it happen. You just have to create a plan. You just really want, number one is want it bad enough. You have to truly want this bad enough to make this become your reality. But I'm here to support you in any way. Feel free to book a chat with me as well if you need support, that one-on-one support on your journey to creating your dream life abroad. And this was so fun, you guys. This was so fun. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments. Let me know. Is Thailand on your radar? Is a country in Southeast Asia on your radar? Like, what are your thoughts about moving abroad? in 2025 and beyond? Is this something that you're hoping to do, something that you're planning on doing? Are your bags already packed? Okay, let me know in the comments below. Okay, yeah, and again, feel free to check out those resources, those Move Abroad resources in my bio. I also have a toolkit specifically for Thailand that's a little bit more in depth for Thailand. So if you're interested particularly in Thailand, I have a Move Abroad toolkit for you as well. All right, beautiful people, it is hot. Okay, I don't want my thing to overheat again. So again, it's your girl Shai Bivya. It was an absolute pleasure. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Be blessed. Bye.